Hi, everyone. It's Angela with Create Your Future. Happy Saturday, and thank you for being here. So in our video today, I am doing just kind of a continuation of my last video last week. I am incorporating some scriptures that really increase faith, help you understand who you are, help you understand the power within you. And this was a big part of my own journey, my own waking up, my own understanding of the power that's within me. So I want to share that. And as always, I just want to tell you, you don't have to practice a particular religion. You don't have to be a part of the Christian faith. You don't have to practice any religion. These are just timeless truths that were written down, that were recorded, that I think really provide a roadmap showing us who we are. I think the writers of many ancient religious documents had an understanding of who we are in relationship to a divine source, our divinity, the way the universe is unfolding through us. And so it's just using this particular document, text, the Bible, as a reference for faith, right? And that's where I have the greatest background. Every religion has truth in it, I believe, if you want to study it and seek that out. For me, though, this is my upbringing, and this is where I became most familiar with faith. So I want to share from that perspective. And I want all of this just to really ground you in more into your understanding, into feeling unlimited, to feel powerful, to feel like the God of your reality. That's the whole point. So that ultimately you can manifest the life that you want. You can manifest that particular thing that you want to experience. You can come from a place of faith with confidence, with inner strength. All right. So let's just jump into this and start with the first verse that I have here. So this is in John 10:34. And this is really monumental, I feel. It says, "Is it not written in your law, I have said you are gods?" Okay. So, and this also makes reference to a place in Psalms. If you actually look this up in the Bible, it does make a reference to Psalms, but it's saying right there, you are gods. You are, it goes on to say in the rest of that little passage there that you are little gods. So basically, guys, when you begin to understand everything, like we are a fractal of God in that we have the energy, the presence, the power of a creator. That is us. We are created in the image of that which we have come from, right? It's not that we have 10 fingers and 10 toes and a nose. It's that we are created. We are created to create. So, and we tell you in every video, at least I try to tell you, you are the God of your experience. You have been given the right, the birthright to create the life that you want to live. It's because you are the God of your reality. You have free will to create that. And guys, the gap that existed for many years between science and faith, religion, is beginning to close in, because if you look like at quantum physics, quantum mechanics, things that they are discovering daily, I believe, it shows that our internal world is creating our external experience based on how intentional, how much energy, how much thought, how much focus we put towards something. It shows up in our reality, right? You are the God of your experience in that you can direct your thinking, and it will show up externally for you. So that's the first thing. It's so important that we start with that, because it says, "Is it not written in your law, you are gods?" You have the birthright to create any life that you want. You have the right to have to be anything. And if you can think about it, it exists. If you can think about it, it wants you. If you can think about it, that experience that is in the quantum, that is in the spirit, that is in that realm that we can't perceive with our senses, it wants to come through you, through your thoughts, through your inner focus and attention, and be pushed out and be experienced in your reality. Okay, so you are the God of your reality. Don't forget that. You are a fractal of all that is. You are a fractal of God, right? With that energy that's within you. All right, moving on, let's look at John chapter 16, verse 24. Until now, you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete. All right, let's break it down a little bit. Ask in my name. So the Bible was referring to the name of Christ, but the understanding that I have and that I have pulled away from this through so many years of trying to understand the faith that's in me, that is your highest mind. And you can call it whatever you would like, but it is that highest frequency within you that is believing, trusting, having confidence in, right? Ask in that place, in that state, in that dwelling state. It's a state of expectancy. It's a state of belief, regardless of what's going on outside of you. Ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete. So it's telling you you have the right to live that life that you choose. You have the right to live that life that brings you joy, that brings you happiness. You have the right to ask whatever you will, right? Ask and you will receive. But it's talking about that state of your highest level of thinking. It's kind of being in that state where you expect the answer to come. And the answer is your affirmation. It is your intention. It is your assumption. It is what you are putting attention on. So always be aware of that. That's why, we tell you to not ruminate on the argument, not ruminate on what someone said or did that hurt your feelings. Think instead on the thing that you want, the outcome that you prefer, the thing that's going to bring happiness or add happiness to who you already are, right? Because your highest state is a state where there is peace, joy, love, right? Those are the highest frequencies. So even if you don't have that thing in the moment, you are in a state of expectancy. You're in a state of confidence, faith, knowing that it's going to come into my reality. Somehow, some way, things are going to work out. I'm going to have that experience that I prefer show up in my 3D. So it's part of building that foundation of belief in the process, knowing that it's coming through you, knowing that you are applying your energy towards the thing that you prefer, and it's going to come through your internal state and it's going to manifest out. It's going to show up on the screen of reality. You're going to be able to perceive the thing that you want to enjoy with your senses as you work on your internal space. So it's also telling us here in this scripture, it says, ask anything that you can think of. If you can consider anything internally, then you can have that. We don't have to say, is this desire God's will, right? Because you couldn't think of it if it was not already preordained, predestined for you to have in your life. You couldn't have the thought about it. If you can think of anything that exists, it's there now for you. So if you ask from that state of expectancy, that state of trusting, that state of faith, that state of confidence, ask and you will receive, and your joy will be complete. All right, let's move on now to 2 Peter chapter 1, 3, and 4. All right, his divine power has granted to us all things that pertain to life and godliness, all things. All right, divine power. That is within you. You're not separate from that because everything is connected. And it says all things that pertain to life and godliness. And I think the godliness would just entail putting your affirmation, your attention, your focus on the positive outcome. In other words, we do not, if you are perceiving somebody as a threat, as competition, change your mindset around that. Okay, you do not have to think a negative thought to remove somebody from your reality. If you are dealing with a third party, if you are dealing with something that looks like it might be competition in a job setting or any kind of setting, you simply wish that person something better for them in a different outcome so that they're just moved out of your reality. You don't have to wish anything negative on anyone. right, let me move on. Through the knowledge of him who called us to his own glory and excellence. And so that is within you, right? Knowledge of this process, knowledge of what's happening internally as you put focus and intention. That is your power, that is your energy, right? So knowledge of that, by which he has granted to us very precious and great promises, so that you may become a partaker of the divine nature, having escaped from the corruption that is in the world. So listen, guys, the divine nature is within you. The unlimited nature is within you. All that is within you. You're not separate from everything. So I really encourage you to focus on things that remind you of this, that remind you, you're not separated from your specific person. You are not separated from that health that you want. You're not separated from, anything at all that you can think of. Through this divine nature, it is within you. Through knowledge of this process, through knowledge and understanding what is happening as you think about thoughts, all of this is within you. Take time to dwell on that. Take time to think about what's happening as you manifest. Take time to reflect on how powerful your thoughts are, right? And think about the divine nature. You are divine. You are the God of your reality. You have been given that. It is your birthright. You come from all that is. That is your connection. So you've escaped the corruption that is in this world. And I want to stop here and also kind of break that down into like modern terminology. The corruption of this world is that 3D experience that you're looking at that you don't prefer. That is the corruption of this world. We often look at that experience that we see outside of us and we think, okay, that's it. Everything's now going to revolve around that. That's my answer. That's what I get. That is a corruption of the world. Your true self has the real story. Your true self has the end that you prefer. So it's taking your eyes off of that thing that you don't want, that thing that you don't like, and putting your attention on what you do like. Putting your attention on the story that you prefer, putting your attention on the story that you're writing internally. That is your divine self. That is your highest self. That is your birthright to look at that and expect that to show up. All right. So this is all about realigning your thoughts, your internal state, beginning to expect new things by focusing on who you are. Okay. You can't live this divine life, this powerful life, this unlimited life, if you are basing your success or your failure on what you see outside of yourself. You have to begin to cultivate a place where you are walking by faith, where you are walking by your inner guidance system, and you're shaping that, and you're in charge of that. And nobody can create that except for you. You build that by focusing on it, putting attention on it, and really dwelling there and becoming expansive. I talked about last week a verse in Ephesians that said to be filled with the fullness. That's expansive. That's your understanding, growing, blooming, blossoming, knowing that everything's within you. All right, and I've got another verse here, 1 John chapter 5, 14 and 15. All right, and this is the confidence that we have towards him. Him is your highest mind, your highest self, Christ consciousness, the universe, it's whatever works for you. Okay, remember that. That if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. All right, what is the will that we're talking about here? We're talking about asking in confidence about this process, what's going on within us, knowing that the power, the energy, everything is within us. Right? It's because it's within each and every one of you. Everyone came into this 3D experience with the ability to live the life they want, right? The energy, the power within them. So let's see, if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. If we know that he hears us, whatsoever we ask, we know we have the request that we have asked for. So guys, this is the confidence that I want you to have. Whatever you've asked for, you have it. It's already done. It exists. It's yours. And you have to believe in the process. You have to believe in your highest mind. You have to believe in your God self. You have to believe in the universe. Cultivate confidence in that. And then whatsoever you ask, it's already done. It's there for you. This is what I'm talking about when I say if you build the foundation, the belief, the confidence in this process, everything comes in for you. Everything comes in for you. It doesn't matter what you want to have happen. If it's your SP, if it's your finances, if it's your health, it doesn't matter. Everything comes in when you are trusting and believing in the process. So know that it's within you. Know that you have all the power within you. This is the confidence that we have, right? You have the confidence and you build it within you. Right. And there's one more verse. I don't think I have it up here, but it is in Hebrews. And it says, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not yet seen. So, guys, your faith is your thought. It is what you are putting attention on. And I've talked about this in other videos. Coaches talk about this. Your thoughts are energy. Your thoughts have substance. Your thoughts are not empty. Your thoughts are creating always. Your thoughts have power. There is potential in your thought, depending on how much energy you are consistently applying towards that thing, right? Are you vacillating? Are you going back and forth with the negative or the positive outcome? It's energy. And sometimes we get stuck because we're just going back and forth. We're not consistently thinking about what we prefer. But your thoughts, that is your faith, and it is the substance. Your faith is the substance of things hoped for. It is the evidence of things not yet seen. You don't need evidence outside of you. It's inside of you. That is the evidence. That is your faith. That is the power, and there is substance in that. Don't ever forget that. It is all within you, right? It comes first. The thought comes first. It always comes first. We have been trained in the 3D to think that, oh, that thing happened and now I'm going to react. No, that thing has happened because it has come from something within you, right? And when you change that something, when you change that story, when you begin to look at those subconscious programs and you begin to really focus in on those, be honest about what you've been thinking about where you've been dwelling, and change those, then externally things are going to change. But it's within you. It is your faith. Your faith is your thoughts. It is your focus. It is what you are meditating on. That has substance. That is power. That is energy. So all of these verses are reminding us that we are the creator, that we are the God of our experience, that we have free will, that it is all happening within us, right? Everything that you put attention on, if you dwell there, if you stay there, if you focus there, it's going to end up manifesting. And the more we begin to understand this, the easier it is to pull away from those negative thoughts. If I find myself going down a rabbit hole and I'm feeling like I'm getting stuck in that old story, I can pull myself out when I begin to ask that question, how does this serve me? Do I want to experience more of that? Because this is power right now, and I'm allowing my power to get stuck in this situation where I don't really like it. So I'm going to pull it back out because my thoughts are my faith, and that has substance and it's creating. So remind yourself of all of this each and every day. This is a great way to start the day. Think about these verses. Reaffirm who you are. Reaffirm the power that is within you. Reaffirm that you indeed are the God of your reality. It is written in scripture. You are the little God, right? You have come into this experience to create your reality, your life. You have that birthright. In fact, that's why you're here. So guys, I hope that this is eye-opening. I hope it's brought revelation, understanding, and I hope it's very motivating for you. And if you would like to learn more, sign up for coaching. I love to share this. I love to help people grow their own faith. I also will help you with any desire that you want to manifest. I can help you with your affirmations. I can help you understand at a deeper level how powerful you are. So guys, I thank you for watching. I appreciate any feedback, any comments, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.